Listen carefully, because the world is changing faster than most people can understand. Every day, machines are getting smarter. Artificial intelligence is writing articles, creating videos, designing logos, analyzing data, even replacing entire job departments. Many people are afraid. They ask, will AI take my job? But the real question is not whether AI will take your job. The real question is, what can you do that AI can never replace? Jack Ma once said that in the future, the most valuable people will not be those who compete with machines, but those who understand what machines can never become. Machines can calculate faster. They can memorize more. They can process information instantly. But there are certain human abilities that no algorithm can truly replicate. And today, we're going to talk about the 5 skills that AI cannot replace, the only skills that will keep you valuable forever. Imagine this. A young graduate sits in his small apartment. He has a degree, he has good grades, but he's scared. Because AI tools can now write reports faster than him. AI can code faster than him. AI can analyze spreadsheets better than him. He feels small. He feels replaceable. This is the mistake most people make. They try to compete with machines in areas where machines are naturally stronger. Jack Ma failed many times before building Alibaba Group. He was rejected from jobs. Even KFC rejected him. He was not the smartest student. He was not a tech genius. He didn't even know coding deeply when he started. So how did he build one of the largest e-commerce empires in the world? Because he focused on human skills, not technical superiority. The first skill AI can never replace is emotional intelligence. AI can analyze emotions from text. It can detect tone. It can simulate empathy, but it does not feel. It does not understand the silent pain behind a person's smile. It does not understand the hesitation in a voice before someone says, "I'm fine." Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand people deeply, to sense what is not being said, to connect, to build trust. In business, trust is everything. When Jack Ma spoke to investors in the early days, they did not invest in his code. They invested in his belief. They invested in his vision. They invested in the way he made them feel. A machine can present data, but it cannot inspire faith. In the future, companies will not only need technical experts, they will need leaders who can unite people, managers who can resolve conflicts, entrepreneurs who can motivate teams during crisis. Imagine a company where everyone is technically skilled, but no one understands how to communicate during pressure. The company collapses from inside. Emotional intelligence is your shield. If you can understand customers better than anyone else, if you can sense market needs emotionally, you become irreplaceable. The second skill AI cannot replace is creative thinking. AI generates content based on patterns. It predicts what is most likely. It works from data of the past. But true creativity breaks patterns. It creates something that never existed before. When Jack Ma started Alibaba, China's internet industry was still young. Many doubts. Many believed e-commerce would not work, but he imagined a future others could not see. Creativity is not copying. Creativity is vision. AI can remix. Humans can revolutionize. Look at great innovations in history. They came from imagination, not calculation. When a person dreams of something impossible and then builds it, that is creativity. In the age of AI, routine jobs will disappear. Repetitive tasks will be automated, but creative minds will design the systems that AI uses. If you can think differently, if you can solve problems in unexpected ways, if you can see opportunities in chaos, you will always have value. The third skill is critical thinking. AI provides answers, but who asks the right questions? Critical thinking is the ability to doubt, to analyze, to evaluate truth from illusion. In a world flooded with information, this skill becomes gold. Imagine AI gives you 10 solutions. Which one is ethical? Which one aligns with long-term vision? Which one protects human values? A machine cannot decide morality. It cannot understand long-term social impact the way humans do. Jack Ma often said that technology should serve humanity, not control it. That statement itself requires critical thinking. In the future, people who blindly follow technology will be controlled by it, but those who question, evaluate, and guide it will lead. The fourth skill AI cannot replace is adaptability. Technology changes, markets shift, entire industries disappear overnight. 20 years ago, few imagined online shopping would dominate global trade. Today, it's normal. Adaptability is not about learning one skill, it's about learning how to learn. Jack Ma reinvented himself many times, from English teacher to entrepreneur, from entrepreneur to global speaker, from CEO to mentor. If you tie your identity to one fixed skill, you become vulnerable. But if you develop adaptability, you can shift direction whenever the world changes. AI evolves, but humans choose. Adaptability is power. The fifth and perhaps most important skill is human connection and leadership. Leadership is not about authority, it is about influence. People follow people, not machines. During crises, employees do not look at algorithms for comfort. They look at leaders. When Alibaba was small and struggling, many employees worked long hours with low pay. Why? Because they believed in Jack Ma's vision, because he gave them purpose. Purpose cannot be coded. A machine can optimize workflow, but it cannot create meaning. The future belongs to those who can combine technology with humanity. Jack Ma once warned that if we educate children only to compete with machines, we are preparing them for failure. Instead, we must teach them what machines cannot do: art, teamwork, empathy, imagination. Think about schools today. Most systems still focus on memorization, but AI memorizes better than any student ever could. So what should you focus on? Focus on improving your emotional intelligence. Practice understanding people. Listen more than you speak. Develop creativity. Challenge assumptions. Try new ideas without fear of failure. Strengthen critical thinking. Question information. Seek truth beyond headlines. Train adaptability. Learn new skills continuously. Be comfortable with change. Build leadership and human connection. Inspire others. Help others grow. In the AI era, your humanity is your greatest asset. Many people panic when they see automation, but history shows that every technological revolution created new opportunities. The Industrial Revolution replaced manual labor, but created engineers, managers, designers. The Internet replaced physical stores, but created digital entrepreneurs. AI will replace certain tasks, but it will create new industries we cannot yet imagine. The question is, will you prepare yourself? Jack Ma did not succeed because he was the most intelligent in mathematics. He succeeded because he understood people, believed in vision, adapted quickly, and led with courage. Machines calculate. Humans create. Machines process. Humans connect. Machines execute. Humans dream. If you want to stay valuable forever, stop asking how to beat AI. Start asking how to become more human. Because the future does not belong to those who compete with technology. It belongs to those who combine technology with heart. And this is only the beginning.
Imagine 10 years from now. A large office building stands almost empty. The lights are on, computers are running, systems are operating, but very few humans are inside. Most tasks are automated, reports are generated instantly, customer service bots respond in milliseconds, logistics are optimized by algorithms. Outside that building stands a young professional holding his resume. He has degrees, he has certifications, but every line on his CV describes something AI now does better. This is not science fiction, this is transition. And in the middle of this transition, only one type of person thrives, the one who builds value beyond technical repetition. Jack Ma once warned that in the next 30 years, the world will see pain because technology moves faster than human adaptation. But he also said that within that pain lies enormous opportunity. Opportunity for those who prepare. Let's go deeper into these irreplaceable skills, not as theory, but as survival tools. Emotional intelligence is not just about being nice, it is strategic awareness of human behavior. Picture this. A company launches a perfect product technically. The design is flawless, the features are advanced, AI predicted market demand, everything looks correct on paper. Yet the product fails. Why? Because it did not connect emotionally with customers. Humans buy with emotion and justify with logic. AI can analyze buying patterns, but it cannot truly feel cultural nuance. It cannot fully grasp subtle human insecurity, aspiration, or identity. When Jack Ma built Alibaba Group, he didn't just create a platform, he created trust in a market that feared online transactions. He understood small business owners. He understood their fear of losing money. He understood their desire for growth. That emotional insight built an empire. Now think about your own career. If you're a programmer, thousands of AI tools can now generate code, but can they understand your client's hidden frustration? Can they calm a stressed stakeholder? Can they sense when a team member is about to quit? Emotional intelligence transforms you from a worker into a leader, and leadership multiplies your value. Now let's go deeper into creativity. Most people misunderstand creativity. They think it belongs only to artists. But creativity is problem-solving under uncertainty. When everyone panicked during market crashes, creative thinkers saw opportunity. When traditional businesses struggled during digital transformation, creative entrepreneurs built online brands overnight. AI works from existing data. It predicts probability. But true innovation often comes from improbable thinking. When Jack Ma pitched Alibaba in its early days, many investors laughed. E-commerce in China? Impossible, they said. But creativity sees beyond present reality. In your life, creativity means you do not wait for instructions. You create solutions before being asked. You propose ideas before problems explode. In the AI era, those who only execute instructions become replaceable. Those who design strategy become indispensable. Critical thinking now becomes even more powerful. We live in an age of infinite information. AI can generate articles, videos, fake voices, realistic images. Soon, distinguishing truth from manipulation will become difficult. Who will survive? Those who can analyze, question, and think independently. Critical thinking protects you from misinformation. It protects businesses from risky decisions. It protects society from blind technological dependency. Imagine a company that blindly trusts AI recommendations without human evaluation. One flawed dataset can lead to massive losses. The human who asks, "Is this data biased? Is this ethical? What are the long-term consequences?" That human becomes invaluable. Jack Ma often emphasized long-term thinking over short-term profit. That mindset requires critical evaluation beyond immediate numbers. Now let's talk about adaptability more deeply. Adaptability is not reactive survival, it is proactive evolution. When smartphones became dominant, some companies refused to change. They disappeared. When digital payments rose, those who adapted grew rapidly.
In today's world, learning one skill and staying comfortable for 30 years is dangerous. The most successful people are not the ones who know everything, they are the ones who learn continuously. Jack Ma himself stepped down from leadership roles to explore education and philanthropy. He did not cling to position, he adapted to a new chapter. Ask yourself, if your industry changes tomorrow, can you pivot? If your current job disappears, do you have the mindset to reinvent yourself? Adaptability requires humility. It requires accepting that what made you successful yesterday may not save you tomorrow. And finally, let's go deeper into human connection and leadership. AI can analyze team productivity, it can schedule meetings, it can optimize workflows. But when morale drops, when uncertainty rises, when fear spreads, only humans can rebuild trust. A true leader does not only manage tasks, a true leader builds belief. During Alibaba's early struggles, there were times when failure seemed certain, but Jack Ma kept his team united with vision. Vision is emotional fuel. Machines can optimize performance, but they cannot give purpose. In the AI era, people will crave meaning more than ever. As automation increases, humans will search for identity beyond productivity. Leaders who understand this psychological shift will dominate industries. Now think about education. Most schools still train students for predictable tasks, memorize formulas, repeat processes, follow instructions. But predictable tasks are exactly what AI replaces first. So if you want to future-proof yourself, shift your focus. Instead of asking, how can I do this task faster? Ask, how can I understand people better? Instead of asking, how can I memorize more information? Ask, how can I interpret information more wisely? Instead of asking, how can I follow systems? Ask, how can I design better systems? Your competitive advantage is not speed, it is depth, it is empathy, it is imagination, it is courage. There's a silent truth many ignore. Technology amplifies human capability, but it also amplifies human weaknesses. If you lack discipline, AI can distract you endlessly. If you lack critical thinking, AI can mislead you easily. If you lack emotional control, rapid change can overwhelm you. But if you cultivate strong human skills, AI becomes your assistant, not your replacement. Jack Ma once said that in the future, machines will be smarter, but humans must become wiser. Wisdom is different from intelligence. Intelligence processes information. Wisdom understands life. AI may become intelligent, but wisdom belongs to humans. And wisdom grows from experience, reflection, empathy, and resilience. Imagine two professionals in 2035. One depends completely on automation. He follows AI instructions blindly. He has no independent thinking. When the system changes, he collapses. The other uses AI as a tool. She questions results. She builds relationships. She innovates beyond algorithms. She adapts constantly. Who survives? The second. Because the future does not reward dependence. It rewards mastery of human uniqueness. Right now, millions of people feel anxious about AI, but anxiety often signals transformation. When cars replaced horses, many feared job loss, but entire new industries emerged. When the internet replaced physical communication, many feared social decline, but global entrepreneurship exploded. AI will do the same, but only for those prepared. And preparation does not mean learning to compete with machines. It means mastering what machines cannot replicate. In the next part, we will go even deeper. We will explore practical steps, how to train these 5 skills daily, how to structure your career for the AI era, and how to build long-term security in an unpredictable world. Because understanding is not enough. Transformation requires action.
Now comes the most important question. Knowing these 5 skills is powerful,
But how do you actually build them? Because information without implementation changes nothing. Let's make this practical. Imagine you wake up tomorrow in a world where AI tools are everywhere. They write emails, they generate ideas, they analyze data, they even create business plans in seconds. If you depend only on technical execution, you slowly fade. But if you train yourself intentionally, you rise. Let's break it down. First, emotional intelligence training. Most people think emotional intelligence is natural. It's not. It's developed. Start with listening. When someone speaks, do not prepare your reply while they are talking. Listen fully. Observe tone. Notice body language. Sense hesitation. Practice empathy daily. When someone reacts emotionally, instead of judging, ask yourself, what are they feeling beneath the surface? In business, this becomes your advantage. When clients complain, instead of defending, understand their fear. When employees struggle, instead of criticizing, understand their pressure. Jack Ma built loyalty because he made people feel understood, not managed, understood. And when people feel understood, they trust you. Trust cannot be automated. Second, building creativity. Creativity grows from exposure and courage. Expose yourself to different industries. Read outside your field. Talk to people from different backgrounds. Travel, if possible. Observe how others solve problems. AI works with patterns. Creativity often comes from combining unrelated ideas. For example, combining education with gaming created massive online learning platforms. Combining finance with mobile apps created digital banking revolutions. Alibaba Group did not just copy Western e-commerce models, it adapted them to Chinese culture. That cultural creativity made the difference. Train creativity by asking daily, what if we did this differently? Do not fear unconventional ideas. Many of Jack Ma's early ideas sounded unrealistic, but unrealistic ideas sometimes shape the future. Third, strengthening critical thinking. In the AI era, information overload becomes normal, so train yourself to pause. When you read news, ask who benefits from this information. When AI gives you an answer, ask what data was this trained on. When a trend becomes popular, ask, is this sustainable or temporary? Write your thoughts, reflect weekly, evaluate your decisions. Critical thinking is like a muscle. The more you question constructively, the sharper you become. And in leadership roles, this skill separates followers from visionaries. Fourth, mastering adaptability. The world will not slow down for you. So, create a personal rule. Every year, learn one completely new skill. Not just for money, but for flexibility. If you are in marketing, learn basic coding. If you're in tech, learn psychology. If you are in finance, learn communication. Cross-skill knowledge increases resilience. Jack Ma himself was not a programmer. He was an English teacher who understood global communication. That cross-cultural skill allowed him to connect East and West. Adaptability also means emotional resilience. When projects fail, do not collapse. Failure is feedback. Jack Ma failed university entrance exams multiple times. He was rejected from many jobs, but rejection did not define him. Adaptability transforms setbacks into strategy. Fifth, developing leadership and human connection. Leadership is influence built on integrity. Start small. If you are not a manager, lead in your circle. Help teammates, share knowledge, encourage others. People remember how you make them feel. Build a reputation for reliability, for fairness, for courage.
In the future, companies will automate operations, but they will still need people who unite teams around vision. When uncertainty rises, humans seek direction, and direction comes from leaders. Now let's talk about long-term career strategy in the AI era. Stop thinking in terms of job titles. Think in terms of value creation. Instead of saying, "I'm a graphic designer," say, "I solve brand communication problems." Instead of saying, "I'm an accountant," say, "I optimize financial clarity for businesses." When you define yourself by value, not by task, automation becomes less threatening, because value evolves. Tasks disappear. Also, build your personal brand. In a world full of automation, authenticity stands out. Share your thoughts, share insights, teach what you learn, document your journey. People connect with humans, not anonymous systems. Jack Ma became a global figure not only because of business success, but because of storytelling. His speeches inspired millions. Storytelling is human, and AI may imitate tone, but it cannot replicate lived experience. Your experiences are unique data no machine can duplicate. Use them. Now, imagine the future workplace. AI handles analysis. You handle interpretation. AI generates options. You decide direction. AI automates process. You build relationships. This is the partnership model. The fear that AI will replace everyone often comes from misunderstanding. AI replaces repetition. It enhances strategy. It accelerates execution, but it still depends on human intention. Technology without human wisdom is dangerous, and wisdom grows from reflection, empathy, and ethical thinking. Jack Ma once warned that humans, if focus only on competing with machines in knowledge, we lose. But if we focus on creativity and compassion, we win. Education systems may change slowly, but your self-education can start today. Create daily habits. Read 20 minutes beyond your field. Reflect 10 minutes before sleep. Have one deep conversation per day. Learn one new concept per week. Challenge one assumption per month. Small habits create unstoppable momentum. Now, picture yourself 5 years from now. If you ignore this shift, you may feel constantly anxious, always chasing trends, always afraid of replacement. But if you build these 5 skills intentionally, you feel grounded, because no software update can erase empathy. No algorithm can delete imagination. No automation can cancel integrity. Your value becomes internal, not dependent on external tools. And that creates confidence. Confidence in uncertain times is rare, and rare value is expensive. In the end, this is not just about career survival, it is about identity. Do you define yourself by what you do, or by who you are? Machines may surpass us in speed, but they cannot surpass us in humanity. The future does not belong to the fastest processor. It belongs to the deepest thinker. It belongs to the most empathetic leader. It belongs to the most adaptable creator. And if you cultivate these 5 skills, you will not fear AI. You will use it. You will guide it. You will lead in the era of intelligence, not artificial, but human. Because technology changes every decade, but human nature, the need for connection, meaning, and leadership, remains timeless. And that is why these 5 skills will keep you valuable forever.